Good morning, YouTube. This is Debbie. Um, I'm filming this on my webcam today instead of my iPad. The iPad is difficult for me to set up. I have to climb up on a chair to turn it on, and I'm getting old, and that's not a good idea. But I'm doing a craft today, and my webcam is right over my table. And what I'm doing today is I'm going to show you how I add these recipes to my recipe planner. I have the Happy Planner recipe book, and I'm going to apologize in advance for the glare because the webcam's attached to the light, so there's no way to get that light off of here. But I take the, I've got this thing filled up, and because of the way I put the recipes in here, I just love making them. I've never been a recipe maker, but I've had more fun making recipes. And I think a lot of it has to do with them having the photo in there. The photos are, these three are my recipes that I've written in here. And the next time I make them, I'm going to take a photo of them and print it out on a selfie and stick it in there. On the salsa one, I think I'm going to take a picture of my son-in-law eating it and put it in there because, oh my gosh, it's just too funny. He loves that salsa. These are some I saw on Facebook. And see, now, if I wanted to go back and repeat this, I don't know where I got this recipe at. So what I'm doing now, a lot of these recipes, I can't find them again. You know, people want them and I can't tell them. Let me see if I can find one where I've... Now I'm putting the logo in there. Like this is a Betty Crocker recipe. And now I'm cutting out the logos and putting them in there so that I'll know where I got it. Anyway, the cookie that I'm putting in here today, where'd it go? Oh, is this Italian Christmas cookies recipe. I have watched a lady on YouTube, what's her name? She's in her apron make these several times, and her family just goes crazy for them. And what I like about them is they look like they're really easy to do, and they're really pretty. And I love really pretty cookies because, you know, when you go to a church function, if you go take them to work, they just get a big old kick out of pretty cookies. And this is basically a sugar cookie with frosting on it. But they're rolled in a ball, so they're easy to do. And this one has got ricotta cheese in it. So it's also got grated lemon peel in it, and so they look like they're really tasty. Anyway, I'm going to try this recipe, so I'm going to stick it in my book. And what I need to do now is find me a blank page. In my recipe book, I don't separate pies and cupcakes, and I find me a page. I've got that section titled sweets because I don't eat a whole lot of sweets. I'm not supposed to have sugar at all. So anyway, I'm going to show you how I put this recipe onto this recipe page. And for a minute, I want to talk about glue sticks for a minute. These glue sticks, these ones you get at Office Max and Target, these big ones, those turn purple, and you can feel they're hard. And when they're hard to get onto your paper, and after a while, I have found out that they turn loose. Then there's these ones by Ranger. It's called a mini collage sticks. These are awesome. Half the time when you buy them, they're dried out, and they're expensive. I buy these at Hobby Lobby, and let's see, they're by the Paper Studio. You get I believe you get 8 of them in a package, 6 of them in a pack. I don't remember, but they're $5. And if you buy them when they have their coupon for all the Paper Studio and Stampability stuff, you get them for half price. These glue sticks, when you open them up, these are soft. That glue is going on your paper, and it's sticky. So you're actually getting something, and it does hold, and it holds well. So just my little tidbit on glue sticks there, because if you're going to go through the trouble of putting this in your recipe planner, you don't want it turning loose. And I love Tombow, but I'm not going to use Tombow in here because you have to smear this all the way around the edge of your recipe to keep it from lifting up on the sides. And if you do that with this, you got glue stickies around, and this stuff doesn't come up, and it doesn't stop being sticky, and then your pages stick together. So glue stick is the way to go. Sorry about that. And the Paper Studio glue stick is the way to go. There was another glue stick that was good. It was a scrapbooking glue stick, but I can't remember who made it. Sorry about that. I've got allergies. Anyway, I'm going to get out my paper cutter, and what I'm going to do is unassemble this thing. I don't need this down here. All rights reserved, so that's going bye-bye. I want this picture. But I'm going to set that aside for the time being. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my steps and I'm going to cut off the word steps because I don't need that. That's already on the planner page. And I'm going to trim this just as tight as I can get it around these words. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the ingredients. Now, I don't need the word ingredients, but I do need the word cookies and frosting that differentiates between the ingredients. So I'm going to trim this, and then I'm going to take this down and cut these two sections in half because this will be too tall for the recipe planner. And then if I had left that together, it would have been too tall, but if I take it apart, I can fit it in here. Now I'm going to put frosting first and cookies second because it'll just fit better that way. It's going to cover up some of this here, but you know, how much space do you need to put prep time? I don't need that much space. And then I'm going to set this down here. Now I'm going to play with this a minute because I got to get that picture in there. So I'm going to take out my trimmer again. And I am going to trim off the word cookies because I can always write that in there somewhere, and it's going to make that a little smaller. Now this has not happened before. Doesn't look like I'm going to have a place for a picture, but what I can do is I can put the picture on a tip in and punch it with my Happy Planner punch and put it here, which I will do. So let's see, and here's my black pen. So I'm going to go over here, let's see, heat the oven. I'm going to put in the oven temperature. It's on the recipe, so you really don't have to do it, but I like to. And let's see. "40 minutes prep time." And takes total of 2 hours and 45 minutes. But you know, that's allowing for cooling time and sitting in the refrigerator time, so it doesn't take that long to make it. Difficulty, it's not difficult at all. And it makes 54 cookies. And the main ingredient is, I don't know. I'm not going to fool with that. So I'm going to figure out where my little pieces are going to go. Where my scissors go? Oh. And I'm going to do some trimming on this. Because if it don't fit, then you make it fit. Truth be told, I cut most of these out with the scissors instead of the... Okay. That'll work. And I'm going to take and I'm going to cut out my title. I'm going to cut out my little Betty Crocker logo. I'm going to trim him down. She'll go down here somewhere. I'm going to trim this picture down. And it's okay to crop these pictures. They don't have to be that big. I like to put the whole picture in, but it's not always... And you can always cut and paste that picture into a Word document and make it as small as you want it. I've done that. I just don't like wasting a whole sheet of paper on it. Okay, and now this is going to fit right here. Awesome. I'm getting my picture in there. Cool. Where's my glue stick? Okay. And then I'm going to take another recipe that I've got printed out and use it to, I like to get this, oops, sorry, let me go over here on camera. I like to get this glue all around I like to cover the back because I don't like it pooching. I don't know if that's a word or not, but it is for me. And I'm going to put this right here. I'm going to make sure all my edges are down. And I'm going to get my runaway glue stick, and I'm going to make sure that, especially these little poochy out parts, I trimmed. I don't like pooching. Okay. Then I'm going to take this, and I'm going to put this down a little bit. Sorry about the head. I'm going to take my title. And I'm going to put my Christmas cookies right there. And I'm going to take my little picture that I trimmed. Look at that, make sure I got glue all over it. I think I did. I hope I did. And he's gonna go, oopsie, he's gonna go right there. There's that fly again. So I'm gonna move this over here a bit. It's gonna cover up part of my cookies, but that's no big deal. And I've lost my little, oh there it is. I lost my spoon. I can sit here and do this for hours. I don't know why I find it, I guess it's the scrapbooker in me. that I can just sit here and do this for the longest. Now, one more piece. Ah, there it is. And like I said before, I like to put these little logos on there because somebody will ask me where I had the recipe, and I'd like to print it out for them, but 95% of the recipes in this book, I just cannot find them again. I've been looking for one called sombrero casserole that I can want to do that over again so that I can have a photo of it. I can't find it. I hand wrote it into my book, and now I can't find the recipe anywhere. So always get your logo on there or write down where you got it. Now, I had to cut off cookies and frosting here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to write that in. And I'm going to put a little arrow to that part. Now, one of the things I like to do, if this is a Christmas recipe, or once I try a recipe, I'll decorate the page. But sometimes I'll go ahead and decorate it. You know, it just depends on the kind of mood I'm in. But I am going to decorate this one. And I keep my decorating real easy, and I'm going to use Christmas colors to decorate this one. Let me see. I don't like to use water-based pens because it eventually me or one of the grandkids is going to spill something on it, and the water-based pens run, and I don't like that. I like mine to, let's see, where's the, let me see. This one is nice and juicy. Okay. I will just make me, I'm sorry about this fly. There is absolutely nothing I can do about him. He's moved in for permanent residence for some reason. I'm in Texas, and it has been raining constantly for weeks, and all the little beggars are coming in the house. I open the door, and I leave it open so my little dog can go out to the bathroom. And while he's out taking his time, they're coming in. And there's absolutely nothing I can do about them. I spray for them, but I don't like to do too much of that because I'm afraid it'll hurt my little dog. He's got allergies, and I've got allergies, and the spray smells bad, but eventually I will get tired and nail them. I can't swat them because I'm not fast enough. Now, let me see, where's my black pen? And you can really tell when I like one of these because there will be notes all over it. I've got some little foil stars stickers, you know, the kind the kids have in school when they get a gold star. And I rate these things, and I will put a number of stars on there, what the rating goes when I try it. But you won't see too many in here that don't have stars on them, because if I don't like them, the nice thing about the Happy Planner is I just rip that sucker out, and now I'll put another one in there that I do like. Anyway, there is my, is that backwards? Oh, I'm sorry. Oopsie, I forgot about that. I need to change that setting on my webcam. Anyway, Italian wedding cookies in the Happy Planner. And what did I do with the Happy Planner? Okay, And I'm going to tell you about this recipe right here, and I've written notes in it already. Years ago, I got a brand new Betty Crocker cookbook, and it had the best sugar cookie recipe, and I have used it for years and years, and it has never failed me. I got to looking for it on the internet because I remembered the name of it. I found it on this lady's blog, and it's called a Vintage Betty Crocker Rolled Sugar Cookies. So, I'm vintage. How about that? Because I've been making this cookie for over 30 years. But anyway, I wrote a note about it, and I cut it out, and I forgot to put the cut and pick in place where I found it. Oh, my word. Anyway, I won't be printing that one out again. All right. Thank you, YouTube. Thanks for watching. God bless.